You know, when I started my business, my first company in 2004, I had no idea what I was getting into. Meaning that, I remember waking up Sunday morning whenever I wanted to. I remember sleeping in. I remember taking an entire day off to do whatever I wanted to do, you know? And then I started that business. This is before I even had kids. I forgot a pill. And so I started that business, right? And I noticed that I had to work weekends or stuff didn't get done. I couldn't pass the buck or give it to someone else. I couldn't straight up take a vacation. I couldn't do any of that stuff. Then you have kids and you realize that, hey, you're not going to sleep through the night anymore. You learn that real quick, that your days of sleeping through the night are going to be gone for a while. And so last night, daylight savings time. It's 6:15 now. I've been up since like 5:45. You know, my sleep-in day. But Thomas has a soccer game this morning, you know. And then I have to work. I have a lot of work to do. And I got stuff to do, man. I neglect things. Like, our buddy's a carpenter. He does all our stuff, right? And Katie goes over. We buy our local honey from him. He was telling me, she was like, hey, you know, I expected more of his house. You know, like his house isn't fixed up. Like this guy built our basement just tremendously, phenomenally. But you go to his house, and he hasn't redone it in a long time. The reason is that's what he does for a living. So he doesn't have time to do that for himself. Now, I can say this, that, and the other, but I'm so busy doing things for other people. For example, my cubby in the front room, in the mudroom, is completely a mess. You know, just a lot of things I neglect. My office is a complete disaster because same reason I was mowing my lawn. This is my last year. Last year was my last year mowing my lawn. Why? Because I could spend that time doing other things more productive, working, being with the kids, whatever. You know, for example, I don't shovel when it snows out. I ain't shoveling it. We call a service. You know, so you have to dedicate or put your time into what gives you the best return on investment, the best benefit. For me, that return on investment or benefit is either work, because that brings me a huge return on investment. I've made it where my time's worth a lot of money. I've worked really hard the last few years, or I'm going to be spending time with my kids, which in my opinion is invaluable. So here's what I'm doing now. I wake up, I'm going to do my 20 minutes of cardio, get some breakfast in me, get Thomas to his game, and then I got to work all day. So today, you know, is all about team no days off.
Come on, Liam, move.
See, the beauty of this vlog is I don't really care if anybody watches it, but it gives me a chance, if you do, to kind of get a glimpse into a proud moment. Thomas, your moves today, Thomas's team, this team they tied today, same players were here. They tied 2-2. Last time you guys lost like 7-0. Dude, they're getting so much better, but I got to say, Thomas's hustle and footwork, I don't care if honestly, I don't care if he's the worst player on the team as long as he's getting better and he's hustling. And this kid had more hustle. We're talking about behind the hustle, Thomas. No days off. And Thomas is always on the go doing something. But, you know, where Cammie's focused on, let's say, soccer, Thomas likes playing with kids and everything. And my theory on parenting, I talked to the director of their soccer club about it yesterday, is don't tell them when to work out. You know, like, I'm like, Thomas, you got to lift today. I'm like, Thomas, when you're ready to improve your strength, come to me. Like today after this game, hey, Thomas, we're going to my brother's basement. We're going to lift some weights. You want to come? He's like, absolutely. So you invite them, you put it out there, but don't go like, you have to do this. You have to wake up and do this. You have to do this. You have to eat this. You have to do that. You want to give your kids choice, and that goes along with a book I recommend by Carol Dweck called Choice Theory. Give them the opportunity to, you know, be great on their own, but give them all the tools and resources necessary to get to that level. My kids want to play professional soccer. I'm going to get them in the best soccer clubs that I can afford. If my kids want to, you know, be botanists, I'm going to get them in the best botany program in the country. And if they decide that's not for them, then hey, worst thing it did do, for example, I'm not a CrossFitter, but I'm going to get CrossFit certified on April 8th. The weekend of April 8th, I'm getting my CrossFit certification. Why? There's nothing wrong with learning things. Like, do I plan on switching to CrossFit? Probably not. No. I'm not closing my mind to it. But as you learn, it enriches your mind. It makes your brain work harder. That's that mental jewels me, Mike, and Sean talk about. Mental jewels is about enriching your mind. It's about basically food for your brain, that ambrosia for your brain. And Thomas right now is just crushing it. And I mean, let's not discount the fact this little bastard back here got straight A's, 2 report cards in a row, right, Thomas? Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go to the fresh market. I got to pick up more pastured eggs. You guys know my opinion on pastured eggs. They're the greatest thing you can eat. Healthy fats, full of vitamins, minerals, so much different than store-bought eggs. So I'm gonna go to the fresh market and buy some of that. And I'll also buy Thomas an overpriced treat because everything at fresh market's expensive. Tammy, busy vlogging, man.
Okay, I'll come in.
We're doing a vlog about the, no, get out of here. Doing a vlog about the importance of family. Get out of here.
Oh. Here's that.
Move over. Y'all know I'm not editing this, right?
I know, I see. I'm like,
So here's the deal. Like, we're talking, I just did a post on Instagram about sleep, the importance of sleep, right? And today, it's about there are no off days, basically. Team no days off. You see that post on Instagram? Team no days off. No. You need days off of training, but you can't really take days off of life. Like, you always have kids or work.
For example, this morning, I just came back from Minute Clinic at CVS because Preston's ears have still been hurting. He had an ear infection. I took him to the doctor on the 23rd. That's like, he's been off antibiotics for a week.
Basically, she doesn't want to give up training tomorrow to take him in.
So, yeah. So I took him to Minute Clinic because he'd have to stay home from school tomorrow, yada, yada. And he's got 2 bad ear infections.
Let me talk about sleep. All right. Sleep is crucial. This deserves its own vlog, but we could do that anyways. 365 days a year, we can run out of shit to talk about. So, the way sleep works, think of it like a fuel tank, right? If you go to half full on your fuel tank and you just fill it up every time you go to half full, you'll always be operating. You'll never be fully topped off, right? That's your sleep. Your sleep is a tank. You want your sleep to be as close to the top, as close to full as possible. So the way you kind of fix that up is days you could sleep in. I remember you say, don't sleep in, don't sleep in. No, you need to sleep in. If you can sleep in, if you're deficient in sleep during the week, there's nothing wrong with sleeping in. Just because you wake up at 5 a.m. in the weekdays doesn't mean it's more beneficial to wake up at 5 a.m. Wake up at the same time every day. That's not how it works. You want your sleep to be topped off. So the goal is, if 8 hours is your body's preferred time of sleep, that means 8 times 7 is what, 56? That means you need 56 hours of sleep a week. However you get to that 56. Now, don't take naps too close to bed. Don't take a nap at like 6 and go to bed at 9. And also, you know, the bottom line is...
Sorry.
Disgusting. And the bottom line is that the bedroom... Here's some tips on getting sleep. Obviously, I have a new sleep formula coming out. You want something that increases the REM sleep and all that. But you should be able to fall asleep if, one, you train, because exercise does help mediate your clock and everything. But another thing is your room needs to be as dark as possible. We have curtains and blinds.
Yeah, I've been closing the curtains because I think...
It's dark out anyway. We live in the suburbs. It's not like we live in the city.
Yeah, there's no lights like behind our house or anything.
There's nothing except UFOs occasionally. And then you want no noise. A comfortable bed. 2 things you spend money on for kids: shoes and beds.
And for adults too.
Yeah, I mean shoes and beds. You don't want your kid in tight shoes. It's going to impede their feet. Feet touch the ground. And honestly, we shouldn't be wearing shoes anyway. We should be barefoot if you're going by my feet when I wore Vibrams grew in half a size. That's why I'm back to 10.5. So here's the deal.
Dark, comfy bed.
And no TV.
No TV.
No TV or lights. You don't want that artificial light. You don't want to check your phone in bed.
Stimulates your brain.
I'm guilty of that, but I remember I was doing that for a while. I was having trouble sleeping. I'm like, well, when I can't sleep, I just check my email. And then I'm like, Katie's like, have you tried not doing that? It took me a while to wean from that habit in TV. I learned one thing in school, in college. The one thing take home is the bedroom is only for 2 things: sleep and reading books.
Watching Cammy's face.
And reading books, obviously.
Okay.
You can read books before bed, whatever, but you don't want a TV in your bedroom. If you have one in it, don't use it or take it out. It depends if it's decorative or what. But I don't believe that's a good place for a TV. If you want to watch TV, go in the living room. Now, if you live in a house of roommates, you need a TV in your room, make sure that about an hour before bedtime, you do not have that artificial light flowing. There's scientific studies on this stuff, man. But yeah, sleep is important. So while there are no days off, there are days off. You only need to weight train about 4 to 5 days a week. Any more than that, I think it's point of diminishing returns. I've gained, like I was hovering in the 235 range. I've gained 3 pounds and I'm just as lean. You can attest me being just as lean. Training 4 days a week because my body's recovering. I'm in super compensation mode, and I'm doing more cardio. I feel better.
How are your joints, your knees?
They're old, but nonetheless, that's the.
Speaking of old, I was watching TV yesterday with the kids sitting here playing with the dog, and some commercial came on. It was about like senior living or something, and in unison, Cammie and Thomas.
No, Tom started laughing.
So they start busting out laughing and basically telling me that I'm old because
Tom started laughing and then I started laughing at him.
because they're like, "Are your parents getting older?" And they just started laughing.
Well, I mean,
they're trolls.
Mom,
We live with a bunch of trolls.
it's about time to put you in the home. Seriously, I think it's time. There's an old person like living home complex. We could buy you a house over there. We'll come visit you every once in a while, you know, feed you soup. Whatever old people eat, prunes,
You changed my diaper.
bitter I ain't changing your diaper. Changing your diaper, what I'll do is I'll put you outside in the cold weather, get the garden hose and spray you off. That's called a poor man's bidet. When I was in Brazil, they had this. I love vlogs because there's no semblance of any order. So here's the thing: like when I was in Brazil, first time I went into the bathroom, and I remember my man Newton, who was my distributor, Newton, and he was outside the door. We had separate hotel rooms, but the first place we stayed at, we shared a hotel. And I'm like, Newton, there's no toilet paper in here. He goes, bro, look to your right. And it wasn't a bidet like in the U.S. where it's attached to the seat. It was like, you know, a hose, like if you have a sink, an old school sink where you pull up the hose to spray off the dishes. That's what it was. So I'm like, what do I do with this? He goes, just like, he's like, you either got to lift your right cheek and spray it sideways,
What about this
or you got to reach in under your crotch and spray up. I'm like,
Where's the water go?
it goes in your butthole.
No, I mean like, is there a drain in the
toilet, there's a
floor?
toilet.
So you're supposed to like hover over the toilet.
You're in the toilet, so I just lifted up and I just kind of sprayed it off like this.
I think that's a good
so
vlog. We need to find
I was
a
like
bidet.
this, I'm like
Okay, that's enough.
just doing
There's
that.
the vlog of Mark.
But the thing is, so there's nothing to wipe yourself with. So then I'm like standing there like bent over air drying for 2 minutes.
Do they have like a fan dryer? So
There's no fan dryer. It's Brazil. Like we didn't stay
hot
in
enough, it dries off.
we didn't stay in the whole One Love. We didn't stay in any of those resorts, man. We stayed in like Recife.
That's like Jamaica.
No, it's any resort town plays that. You go anywhere, they think it's a goddamn Caribbean. Koreans
Korean?
too.
What?
I was just watching Fox News on North Korea and stuff.
Now we're on to North Korea. We went from sleep to bidets to North Korea.
Happy bidet. I always wanted a bidet.
We should turn around and film Cammie attempting to eat rice noodles.
It's not as funny as her attempting
It's like
to cut
Lady and the
steak.
Tramp
I did it today. Oh my gosh, Seth.
and didn't die.
I didn't die either. I'm surprised.
Yeah, we're trying to teach her things. Because at the old age of 11, she should know how to do.
Old age.
It's old enough. It's mature. You need to be able
like
to do
earlier,
things.
I was trying to get her to clean up the dog pee. The dog had an accident
You
on
need to
our
be able to do
floor.
things, man. You need to be able to do functional things like cook and clean. Like, I know that sounded sexist, didn't it? You need it did, didn't it? No, you need. Here's the thing. When I was like 10 years old, that's when my mom was pretty much gone most of the time. So by the time I was her age, I have these expectations because I took care of the whole damn house by myself, right?
Hi, Thomas.
There's the real MVP over there. Team lost 7-0 to the same team. They had the same players on the field. They tied them 2-2 today. They're getting better,
Good
man.
job.
They're getting better.
Anyway, so what's the rest of the day like?
So I'm going to take the kids to train. We're going to use my brother's basement because all I need is a barbell and that's it, some dumbbells, and we got all that.
And the kids have goalie training.
And then we have goalie training at 4:30. I just did about 2 hours of office work. And
I think I'm going to make some hamburgers for dinner. You can grill them.
so I got about another 6 hours of work. What?
Oh. What, Thomas? You can say it. What time? Here's parenting.
We got.
There's,
We're on our way, dude.
there's a code brown. Preston's done pooping.
That's
I'm
our
out.
tune
Go
time.
ahead. So we're rocking out my brother's basement. Good. Thomas, keep your body straighter. Torso straight. Good. 5 sets of 10 goblet squats.
It's healthy for kids to lift weight if you teach proper form and stuff. Thomas, keep the kettlebells off further from your body. That'll keep your body straighter. Activate that core. Good job. Good form, Cam. Good job. The kids do their weights. I'm going to do light arms. But also I'm doing pillar prep. So I got my bands on. I'm doing some hip mobility, some mini band work. I'm going to do some shoulder mobility. And I already foam rolled out. So I'm going to use this as an opportunity not only to coach them, but to work on myself as well. Might as well use this time for some pillar prep, because today is a complete off day from the gym where I'm not even supposed to really do much pillar prep or anything, but I use this as an opportunity to facilitate quicker recovery. Good. Roll it back, keep it close. Tight, breathe in, boom. One more. Bring it back, breathe. Inhale, and good. Good. Up. Good. Good. We gotta cut that there, man. Good. Yep. So we went heavy on deadlifts. We'll just do nice, good. Let's do 8 reps. Just keep the form, keep the strength going. We'll go through a tremendous strength phase. Cammy, chest out more. Chest out. Good. Good form. Good. Look at that. Gains. Like, people bulk cook in advance. Like, you put food out for like 7 days, you can get sick. So what Katie does, she seasons them, and then we cook them on that there barbecue right there. Right there. It's hooked up to gas. I don't ever need to fill up propane. That was one of the best things we've ever done.
Yeah, we attached a line to the house. It's attached to the gas line of the house.
Exactly. So anyway, there's Greek chicken, which means it's like it likes dudes. Sorry, is that joke bad? Is that not? You can make fun of Greeks. Greeks, they're known for their homosexuality. They are. Basil chicken.
That's just basil.
And burgers. Now, are these the burgers we're eating tonight?
No, there's more in the fridge. That's
Pop open the fridge. I got a golden chicken. Oh, hey, Birdman. Birdman. Oh, Birdman, you mad, bro?
Sunday, and Preston's watching one of my favorite movies from when I was little, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. So it's Sunday. Sunday is usually people's day off to chill. Well, when you have 3 kids, multiple companies, crazy schedule, you make the most out of your Sunday and multitask. So today, I made about 4 meals to stick in the freezer, prepped burger patties for dinner. Well, Mark took the kids to go work out. I did taxes, laundry, straightened up. It's about multitasking, making the most out of your time while it's crazy busy around here, 24/7. If you have a set task in your mind in the morning, which is what I like to do, sometimes I make a note on my phone of things that I need to accomplish in a day. I don't forget. Organize your time, know what you're going to get done for the day, and it makes it easier to accomplish it. So I'm going to hang out with Preston for a little bit, watch the rest of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory while Mark takes Cammy and Thomas to goalie training, and there they are.
So, goalie training now. So we had an 8 a.m. soccer game after having an 8:15 p.m. soccer game last night with the time change, right? So then I took the kids to train after getting about 3 hours of office work done. Got some more office work done. After we trained, took Ruckus for a walk. He's really doing good right now. And now I'm at goalie training. So after this, man, I got so much office work to catch up on. Thing is, a lot of my clients are sick, like over 50% of my coaching clients are sick. So it sucks because I can't help them. So I don't know, it just sucks. I've managed, Katie and I, honestly, say you're selling. At the end of the day, man, since I put nectar in my life, ambrosia nectar and overtraining solution, as well as machine greens. Dude, I have apple cider vinegar. I have my daily honey for my allergies. People say, how do you take all those powders? All I know is that I have 3 kids. 1's in daycare. 2 are in school. All of them play sports. And I'm healthy, and I go on flights at least once a week. So something to be said about that, man. This is, again, it's like there are no off days.
That's it, Cammy. Explode.
Now this is the spread right here. So we have broccoli baked, salmon baked with maple syrup and brown sugar on top, a little bit of coffee dry rub from Trader Joe's, some fingerling potatoes. Here's what my plate looks like. I'm a salmon eater, not really a meat eater, a beef eater, so to speak. So I got my broccoli, fingerling potatoes. Katie went with that, which is a burger patty, some fingerling potatoes. Thomas has the burger. And these, look at these burgers. So good. Best ever.
So I'm looking at my email this morning. I get a mass email from one of the other sites that sell supplements that you're just a number to, right? They were bragging that one supplement line was free shipping. Bro, if you order over $99 in product in the continental US any day of the week, free shipping anywhere in the US, at continental USA. Free shipping on orders over $99 at tigerfitness.com. Why even look at the other guys? And also, we ship from Vegas and Ohio. Most places in the US are a 1 to 2 day ship. And that's not a game.